Hello students, in this video I'll be sharing with you how to find the general term of any number sequence. As from my previous video, I have already explained to all of you, for any number sequence there is a constant value that you must add, subtract, multiply or divide, or you look at what is the pattern to get from the first term to the subsequent terms. So in this video, alright, to find the general term of any number sequence, I'll give you this example. Take the sequence of a positive even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so as each number we have already understood is called the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. Alright, so in this video, right, the first term, right, let's denote it as, right, T1. Alright, capital T, right, and the bottom right hand corner denote a small number, number 1. This number 1 denotes the term as the first term. So in this case is 2. The second term as capital T, small number 2. Right? 4. The third term, capital 3, small number 3. 6, right? The fourth term, capital T, small number 4, 8, and lastly, fifth term, right? Capital T, small number 5, and equals to 10. Alright, so I have already drawn you this table here, right? The horizontal row denotes the position of n. Alright, n represents any variable, any number. So if a question asks you, what is the 70th term in this sequence of even numbers? So it's capital T, small number 70. And our goal here for this video is to understand how do we get any number that you ask to find. So in this case, our goal here to find what is the 70th term. So let's find what is the general term for this sequence. So for example, if the position of n, right, is 1, right, so T1 is 2. So meaning I'll take 1 times 2 is 2. Correct? How about the position of 2? Right? The answer is 4. How do you get 4? You take 2, right, multiply by 2, which gives you 4. The third term, T3, the position of n. If n is equal to 3, how do you get 6? You take 2, multiply by 3, equals to 6. I think some of you have already seen the pattern here. Alright, so let's do the next two. The fourth term, okay, meaning the position of 4, n equals to 4, right, is 8. How do you get 8? You take 2, multiply by 4. Alright? And last but not least, the position of 5, right, or the fifth term is actually 10. Right? How do you get 10? 2 multiply by 5. So, if I ask you, what is the nth term? Right? This can be 1,000 or 2,000 or even 1,000,000. Any number. Right? What is the answer here? Right? So as you can see, for position 1 to position 5, the common factor here that every number is multiplied with is the number 2. Right? Is the number 2. Right? So if I ask you, what is the nth term? It's actually 2 multiplied by n. Right? Which gives you 2n. So for this sequence of positive even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right, if I want to find what is the general term or the n term, is equals to capital T, which is n, is equals to 2n. Alright? So back to the question. If I want to ask you, what is the 70th term? So 70th term, alright, is equals to capital T, small number 70 at the bottom right hand corner of T, equals to, right, 2, meaning when n is equals to 70, meaning 2 bracket 70, which means 2 multiplied by 70 give you 140. Alright, so let's try another example. What if the number sequence is sequence of numbers, right, given to you as 1, 4, 9, 16 and 25. Alright, let me change some of the numbers here. Alright. Okay, let me change some of the numbers here. Right, so the first term T1 is 1, the second term is 4, the third term is 9, the fourth term here is 16, and the fifth term here is 25. Alright, let's change some of the numbers here. Right. Okay. So the first term, if the first position of 1, right, is 1, right? Right? How do you get 1? Okay, in this sequence, you can see that for every position is basically the square of the number of the position. Let's take a look. How do I get 1? 1 multiplied by 1 is equals to 1. Okay, let's look at position 2. Right? How do we get 4 from 2? 2 multiplied by 2 gives you 4. Can you see the pattern? The third term, T3, is equals to 9. So how do you get 9 from 3? 3 multiplied by 3 gives you 9. Alright? The fourth term, T4, is equals to 16. How do you get 4? Right? How do you get 16 from 4? So 4 multiplied by itself gives you 16. Okay, and last but not least, 25. What must be multiplied by 5 to get 25? So 5 multiplied by itself is position number, right? 5 multiplied by 5 is equals to 25. So now the question here is, how about the nth term? Okay, what is the nth term? If you can see, if it's position number 1, it's 1 squared or 1 times 1. Is this position 5? Is 5 squared or 5 times 5? How about position n? N times n or n squared. Alright? So now, for this number sequence, the n term is T n is equals to n squared. So if a question asks you, what is the 20th term for this number sequence? So it's equals to capital T, small number 20 is equals to, so n squared, meaning if n is equals to 20, so 20 squared. So 20 squared, we know that is equals to 20 multiplied by the number itself, 20, which gives you 400. So that's how you find the general term of any number sequence. As a recap, list down the number, write down the terms, see the pattern in the table, write what is the n term, find what is the required term that you need to find.